Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Well, we got here a gentleman who is expressing his opinions and lifetime experience according to him, and he's just exercising his First Amendment right of free speech. And let's see what he says. This article comes from the Daily Beast. I'm going to be quoting a lot because I'm going to read this article of what this gentleman says. And this is the title. This is an article from October 14th, 2022. Alaska lawmakers erupt after old white guy says natives should be sent home. All right, so an assembly meeting in Alaska, right? It was an assembly, and they were talking about, it was held a regular meeting to discuss everyday issues, like proposed ordinances and licenses in the city. And the thing is, they were talking about homelessness issue in the town. It says the man who identified himself as David Lazer, or Lazer, L-A-Z-E-R, Lazer, started by complaining about the area's homeless problem. So he was talking about homeless problem, which is a problem in any society, more or less. And I'm quoting right now Mr. Lazer, like 80% are the natives. I have to call them Indians, he said. And he said, my children were born here and they are not native. This is not a white-black problem. This is an Indian problem, end quote, he said. And he continues, I say, send them home to their native village. So take the homeless that he claims they're 80% Indians, take them to their villages, not in Anchorage, because this is Anchorage area. So he says, I say send them home to their native village. A native corporation is the problem, not a white problem, end quote. Lazer continued, using the term for partnership of organizations formed in Alaska to protect native culture in the area. And I'm quoting again Mr. Lazer. Why should we be paying for a native problem? Send them home, probably to wherever they came from, their villages, he claims here. They would be happy there, and we would be happy. And I'm continuing to quote, they would be happy there and we'll be happy. They could drink, smoke, do dope, and whatever they do in the villages with their own people, and they would be happy, end quote, Mr. David Lazer says. Now, and I'm quoting again, after the Native Convention next week, let them take their homeless home with them, end quote, Lazer said, while also providing financial plan on the so-called efficiency of booting Native Americans from the area. And I'm quoting, putting them in a hotel, putting them in places, feeding them. Next spring, next summer, you're going to have the same problem, end quote, he said. And I'm quoting again, no one talks about eliminating the problem. I say send them home, send the bill to the native corporation, end quote. He also suggested shipping them to sanctuary cities similar to what the Texas government has done with asylum seekers. I would say people who enter this country in a unlawful manner. See how I have to... And I'm quoting Mr. Lazer again. I feel sorry for them, for some of them. I know some good natives. I know some good black people. I know some good white people. Lazer claimed, and I'm quoting again, "But we need to eliminate the problem, not just put a band-aid on it and send them to a hotel or send them someplace for the winter time," end quote. And then he's continuing. Now the lawmakers, the guys in this committee, one of them, his name is Dunbar, questioned Lazer. He said, and I'm quoting, "When you talk to people experiencing homelessness, where do you think they say where they're from?" he asked. And this is Lazer's answer: "They have to be from a village," end quote. He says Dunbar, the same guy, attempted to correct him, but Lazer continued, and I'm quoting, "They are native people. Those are villages out there. And there's the natives," end quote, he said. Again, Dunbar tried to correct Lazer's generalization, and I'm not gonna say what this guy, because he's just calling Lazer names. And let's see what Mr. Lazer continues here. He said, "They don't work," Lazer interjected. "They don't pay taxes. They do nothing. It looks like a septic tank where they live," end quote. And someone says here, "I understand both perspectives. I just hope we can move on and not debate," she said, someone who interjected. And then Dunbar, the guy Dunbar, he asked Lazer, "Where did you learn," I'm quoting, "where did you learn all this false nonsense," end quote. And Lazer made a sheepish smile prior to answering. And I'm quoting, "I lived here for over 50 years, he said." And I'm quoting again, "I've seen a lot," end quote. Well, this is an old man's take on things the way he understands them. Insulting, not insulting, bad take, bad choice of words. He's frustrated with a homelessness situation, and I guess he's coming with his own, I don't know, suggestions. I don't know. What do you think it should be done with homeless people in general? I don't care if they're white, yellow, whatever they are. I really don't care. What do you think it should be done? I think that a person who's homeless could be given a chance, or two, or three. A chance to work, a chance to earn a living. And how do you do that? I would make, for instance, a little program. The program is reimbursable. So everything that you get out of it, you will pay back if you're successful. If you're not successful, and you're helped, let's say, about 3 times, we'll see what's next. So let's start with the first one. You don't find a job? It's okay. We're going to build some housing, and you're going to be like in a, how do you call this, dorms, like college dorms. But the dorms would be obviously under direct supervision of people who would be paid. That means you don't, you clean after yourself, you do stuff, and you have a place to sleep for free. You're going to pay back later when you are able to stay on your own 2 hands. And then we will provide you, the state, the government, with offers, work offers. There's plenty of work out there. We're not going to provide CEO jobs for you, or I don't know, things like that. We provide works that are available, and there's a lot. And we will provide you with 3 jobs, 3 offers, and you pick one of them. But you gotta pick one of them. Now the problem is, if you pick, and you work, you're going to have a certain period of time that you're going to spend in that housing. You're going to have over there, obviously, food, you're going to have this, and your finances will be managed. So whomever invests in you wants to make sure that you don't use it on things, then you just use the housing, and then after, let's say, 6 months, the program, you have nothing. No, in 6 months, you have to save money, you have to build a little credit, and then from there, you can get an apartment on your own. You can get it with some colleagues from there if you want, some friends. I don't know if you're with a family, and you go on your own. It's very easy, very simple. It's only one thing, an obstacle, desire. If you don't have the desire, then you're going to fail. If you have the desire, you have to wake up in the morning, you have to go to work, you have to do your job, you don't smoke, you don't drink, you don't use your money for useless things, you save your money, you don't get in trouble with the law, and after about 6 months, you're going to have some money saved because, you know, the other people paid for your housing and possibly for your food too. And after 6 months, the program will help you get an apartment, right? You're going to be a co-signer for, let's say, 3 months, and then you're really on your own. Now, if you fuck up after that, then no more help for you. No more. No more. And if you're going to be homeless, you're going to be homeless. And the problems of the homeless would be, we helped you to help yourself. You couldn't because you didn't want. You're capable, perfectly capable. Unless you have mental health issues, and it's a different category. That would be one of my options to solve this. And in the meantime, we can also pay for education. You know, you want to learn a trade or skill. Yeah. We're going to pay from the taxes of other people. Remember, when you are on your own, after about a year or about 2 years, we give you time to save money to do something. We're going to take, I don't know, 5% of your income every month, every paycheck. And that's going to go back to pay for your housing, for your food, for your education. And if you don't want to, then we got a little problem here. Because you're going to write a little contract, you're going to sign a contract, okay, with a community. Because money you received for you to get back where you are, you got to give it back. It was not a present. No, you paid back without interest, we're not a bank. So it's desire. If you don't have the desire, then nobody has to support you. Unless a church, a synagogue, a mosque, good-hearted people, they can do it, but cannot demand, again, the society to support you with anything. And if you get in trouble, if you steal, you go to jail. And in jail, again, you're going to have a program. You don't stay in jail and you just use your right hand, or you do pull-ups and other things, and when you get out, you beat all of us because you're strong and fat. No. You support yourself over there. Yes, you will be working over there. You will be working so you can pay for what you use, which is housing, food, electricity, hot water, showers, right? All that. Because you're over there because of you, not because of us. All right? And then you go over there. You don't want to do that? Well, we go to a different place. And you go to a different place, and so on. You're not going to stay on anybody's back, buddy. You stay on yours. And if you can't, then you, I don't know, do like the birds do in the field. I don't know. You get enough support, but that is limited, and you have to pay back, because otherwise it's unjust to require other people to pay for an unknown person's bad decisions or situation. You got 6 months, and so on. We can make this, those are details, but this is the idea. It's self-discipline. Give you a chance to go back. If you don't or you can't, sorry, nobody owes you anything. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.